In at the 5 spot. Well, for both teams, it's game 1 of the NBA Cup. A chance to start strong in this group stage.
Remember, the group stage is just 4 games, so every game is huge. I expect both teams to come out with a little extra effort. It just means more than your average regular season contest.
It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. And here's George for 3. Sinks the triple.
The countless hours Paul George has put into that three-point shooting, a huge part of his development.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. We briefly talked about Jaylen Brown and what kind of defensive mindset you have to have against him. And he said, we have to be willing to work just as hard as he is. We have to fight through every single screen, talk to one another, and contest every shot we can. Sounds like it'll be an all-out effort against Brown here in this one. Kevin?
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you.
The shortest 3 in the game, Maxey, solid from that corner.
Outside, White. Brown feeling out a bit. Off with the layup. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Thanks. Well, Joel Embiid rarely wanted to share all of his cards, but coming off of what he called the most important offseason of his life, he said he cares about how he'll be remembered in the game of basketball, and he understands what remains to be done.
Chasing that ring. And Shams, we appreciate the report.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Pass to Queta. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Brown. No good again that time.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Here's Edgecombe. And it comes off the front of the rim. Celtics trail by 7. Over in the corner, Brown. Nailed from three-point land.
You simply must stay attached to Jaylen Brown in a catch-and-shoot situation so dangerous.
Maxey on the wing. He's covered by Pritchard. Yep, that one goes.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, they took advantage of some porous defense in that one. Really got the shots they wanted.
Give them some credit. I'll tell you this. They caught an opponent on a very off night defensively, and you take advantage. Simple as that. At some point, do you start to think about getting others involved? It has been a struggle.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to leave, no doubt.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Some changes for Philadelphia. Trendon Watford's checked in for Oubre. Quentin Grimes comes in for Edgecombe. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Maxey. Celtics trail by 8. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Maxey already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the bucket by the Celtics. Embiid finds George. Over Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for over a decade in the NBA, Greg, Paul George was as scary a wing as you'd find.
Man, a two-way terror with elite size and athleticism.
Take a break.
The Sixers paid him hoping for more of the same. But can he hold off Father Time?
That free throw good from George. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coaches?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Tillman, he's checked in for Boston. And George drops them both. And Doris a measured pace for the Celtics. Don't rush, don't turn it over, and then they get what they want.
Well, this is Joe Mazzulla's philosophy in a nutshell. Quality offense begins with taking care of the basketball first. He believes in the math, meaning he believes if you can get a good look at 3, you take it.
Now, here's Lowry. George finds Drummond. Here's Watford. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. With the teardrop, three-pointer, Pritchard. And it's Grimes with the rebound.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't want to break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Kevin?
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Now Pritchard. Paul George missing from long range. Busted. No good that time either. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Grimes passes to George. And here is Drummond, covered by Simons. A shot by Lowry. Wide open. Hands it from downtown.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Right side, Simons. Here's Hauser. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Philadelphia. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. And we'll be back with you shortly. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
On the court right now for the Celtics. White is out there with Anthony Simons. Then there's Sam Hauser. Then there's Chris Boucher. And it's Tillman in at the power forward position.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now, here's Simons. 14 points from him the last game against Cleveland. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to Grimes. Outside, Maxey. Here's Bona. Just 5 to shoot. To the right side. The second effort. Now Watford. Gordon inside.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And then for Boston, Jaylen Brown comes in for Tillman. And it's Pritchard in for Anthony Simons. Here's Brown. Pass to Pritchard. White setting the pick for Pritchard. Inside. White, good.
Derek White, tremendous finisher in the painted area. Just drops it in softly.
And you think about the style of Sixers head coach Nick Nurse. Greg, what stands out to you?
He just has a willingness to experiment and adapt. That's a real asset with some of the challenges this roster has faced. And a big part of why this front office brought him in.
Now here's White. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And here's Brown outside. Maxey grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 16. Gordon for 3. The offensive rebound. Embiid with the bucket. Embiid's got his second bucket of the night.
And talk about effort. Embiid staying with that one.
Pass to Boucher. Gordon against Brown. Hauser. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Hauser's got his first 2 points of the night.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Gordon kicks to Embiid. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Gordon. No good there off the double clutch. Celtics trail by 16. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pritchard passes to Hauser. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Maxey looking it over. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And some changes here for the 76ers. Paul George, he's checked in for Trendon Watford. Oubre comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Edgecombe in for Maxey.
Celtics trail by 18.
Now Simons. Still without a basket. Rebound by the 76ers.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Grimes. He's covered by Pritchard. Edgecombe, no good. And so it's Pritchard with it. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. It's an 18-point game.
And you got to get out on that if you're the defense. Simons, too big a threat from deep.
When it comes to Jaylen Brown, Greg, what qualities does he add to a team?
Well, I love how active and physical he is. He poses such a difficult challenge on both sides of the ball. With a Finals MVP award to his credit, you know he's as mentally tough as anyone in our league.
Tips it up, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Boy, what a sweet pass. That one on time and on target.
Here's Embiid. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Joel, some fireworks early. What's going to be critical to keeping it rolling?
Just keep moving the ball, get stops, and I think the kids just moving the ball, playing together. We've been doing that, and we got some hot guys, and we got to keep fielding them.
Ball movement is key, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
You know, for Philadelphia, you expect this game to go down to the wire, and if it does, it'll be good for the coaches to see who performs well late in a tight game.
Invaluable information, no doubt. And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the Boston Celtics.
Well, they obviously love the three-point shot, but tonight it does not love them back.
You know what, Kenny? When you love something and it doesn't love you back, time to move on.
Hold on. Let me write that down. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second half.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Philadelphia leading by 12. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the 3 slot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. And Embiid gets it to go. Well, you think about clutch players, Greg, you think scoring. But is that accurate? Or can clutch be in any facet of the game?
It's in all phases. And you think of guys who always seem to come up with that crucial rebound or that big-time stop. Being clutch comes down to will as much as skill.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Pass to Embiid. Hits the jumper. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Queta. And here's White. Over to the wing. Here's Minot. And the 3 off target. The 76ers leading by 16. Bounce pass Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Now here is George. That's in, coming off the assist from Embiid. George has got 8 points.
Oh, he's hot coming out of the break. 3 up, 3 down.
They set the pick. There's Brown with the 3. Outside, White to stop the run. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Maxey passes to George. Fades and shoots. Rebound Boston. Queta's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Derek White is an impact player, but is he a star in this league? White said, "I'm not into labels. I just know whatever the team needs, I'm ready to do it. And what does his team want from him?" He said, "Be aggressive, don't defer." And hearing that from great players, it just gives you confidence. Back over to you.
Truly an impact player. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Embiid. He's got 8, and it's blocked.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pritchard with the ball. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Queta. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. George dishes to Oubre. And George kicks to Maxey. Lets it go from 11. And finished off by Oubre.
Well, you can see Kelly Oubre Jr. just wants it more than everybody else. Such heart and desire.
Now here's Brown. No good. Excellent D there from George.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Boy, if he ever finds his footing, they'll be in even better shape. Right now, his teammates carrying him.
And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Trendon Watford's checked in for Oubre. Gordon comes in for George. Quentin Grimes is checked in for Edgecombe. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Maxey. Celtics trail by 19. Pass to Tillman. Here's Simons. Over in the corner, Pritchard. Back to Simons. Offline with his three.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And they double up Embiid. Left side Lowry. Over Pritchard. A shot by Lowry, no good.
Boy, defense has to feel fortunate there. That's one he normally knocks down.
Count it, good. Simons has got 5 points so far.
Oh, gritty inside. Simons amongst the big bodies.
And here's Lowry. Pass to Embiid. Back to Lowry. The 76ers with another miss. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Simons. Again, Simons missing. Pass to Lowry. And here's Embiid. That one, no good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Sam Hauser. Anthony Simons out there with White. Then it's Williams. And it's Tillman in at the 4. Pass to Tillman. Simons on the wing. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, he went into the locker room with 1-3 to his credit, and he's still looking here for number 2.
Now Maxey. Driving the lane, lays it up and banks it in. And the 76ers lead by 19.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
White the pass to Boucher. Now here's Simons. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
Up top, Maxey. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Pass to Watford. The tray. And Boston with the rebound. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Tillman. 6 on the shot clock. Now Hauser. And another miss by Boston. Pass to Grimes. He gets that one. Grimes has got his first basket.
Yeah, Grimes has the frame to work down low. I like when he gets inside.
Now Boucher. Now White. Here's Tillman. Simons from outside. And he's good on the 3-ball.
That's 2 triples for him. 1 in the first, 1 in the second.
Now let's go courtside for this story on Jaylen Brown. Allie, how's he doing?
Thanks. I got some news from Boston's head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. An inopportune time here at the start of the season to be faced with any sort of injury. But the bright spot, guys, he's been given the green light to play through it.
Allie, thank you for the update. Well, guys, certainly not the news his fans were hoping for.
And not at all. I mean, it sounds like he's got a long road ahead of him in terms of his recovery.
And our hearts go out to him. The guy works so hard. His teammates love him. Coaches love him. He's going to be missed.
Several teams changing it up here. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Outside, Maxey. Another miss by Philadelphia.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
Pass to Queta. Here's Minot. Fires for 3, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Oubre outside. And here's George for 3. Kept alive, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Pass to White. Over in the corner, Pritchard. The putback. Oh, sticks the putback.
This is what we talk about with Derek White, doing a little bit of everything. Offensive rebound, putback, you bet.
Outside, Embiid. Shot clock at 6. It's blocked. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Outside George. Now Embiid. The shot is good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
Now here's White. Beyond the arc. Maxey rips down the rebound.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Philadelphia.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Joel Embiid.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Now here's Embiid after Jaylen Brown's miss. And the basket by Embiid. And the 76ers lead by 21.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Pass to Minot. A three-pointer off the mark. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. And tonight, not just a regular season win, it also counts in the NBA Cup standings.
And if you look at the teams that advance in the Cup, you normally have to win this first game. So they're off to a strong start.
Now let's send it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline with our player of the game. Allie, take it away.
Joel, congratulations. A quality win tonight. What enabled you to secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We won soft. We shared the ball defensively. We were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
The toughness showed and paid off. Thanks, Joel.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Joel Embiid.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup, along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Their backcourt, Pritchard and White. Then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Queta in at the 5 down low. And for the 76ers, Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Kelly Oubre out there with George. And it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here we go. It's game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play and the regular season standings.
Yeah, to win this thing, you probably have to win this first game. Advancing with a loss is possible, but then you have to win your final 3 in the Cup group stage. So this opener is huge.
And that one drops for him.
And George is great at finishing around the rim. We don't see that in a lot of wings these days.
Pass to Minot. Now here's Brown. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Edgecombe. He's guarded by White. And here's Maxey outside. Queta pulls it in. White looking it over. Right side Pritchard. Fires the 3. Pass to Minot. Outside, Brown. Shot clock at 5. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Tries again. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, thanks. The Celtics this summer trading Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons, player almost a decade younger. And Simons' deep threat capability is definitely a fit for the way the Boston Celtics like to play, especially now moving forward. If he can fit in defensively, he could be a long-term contributor, guys.
He's more than capable. Okay, Shams, thank you. Now here's Brown. Pass to Minot. Here's Queta. And the jam by Brown.
Such a great athlete, an elite athlete. JB is at his best, in my opinion, when he is attacking the rim.
Maxey with it, defended by Pritchard. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Edgecombe. Offensive board. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Heady points from George. Finding that board, then getting 2.
Outside, Brown. Pass to Minot. White for 3. Paul George pulls down the board.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Knocks it down from distance.
This team wants Maxey to have the ball in his hands. He is a great decision maker that gets better every year.
Pritchard finds White. Back to Pritchard. Takes a 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Embiid. Puts one up from 19. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Minot. Now here's Pritchard. Maxey covering. Outside, Brown. There's the triple. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Philadelphia leading by 5. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks, guys. Jaylen Brown never loses confidence. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla said he has great short-term memory. If he misses a shot, it never affects the next one. You can't shake him. I just love his poise and his ability to attack. Brown said, every time I take the floor, I want to be aggressive. Guys, back to you.
You love that confidence. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Now here's Brown. White for 3. The rebound by Embiid. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
Here's White. No points so far. Nice ball movement by Boston. And there's a pick to end the drought. That one falls. He's now 1 for 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And then Embiid with the dunk.
Now, I understand he's a large human, but the defense has to be better. You can't let Embiid get whatever he wants inside.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there. And now looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here's a view of which teams last year got after it with their shot blocking. 5th best, Boston.
That tells you the kind of strong defense they played last season. It wasn't easy to bring the ball inside against them at all.
1:19 left in the first quarter. Pass to Simons. Hauser outside. Fires for three. The rebound by Lowry. Philadelphia leading by 4. Here's Grimes. And he buries his first look.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first. Simons outside. Boston, no good that time either. For Philadelphia, they've gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. Here's Gordon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Boucher. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Drummond grabs the miss.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
And you couldn't get a better shot off? Like, come on, you got to make the extra pass. Like, being a teammate will go so far in this league.
Simons left side over Lowry, and that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped them build an advantage. More 2K action in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
Well, they're off to a good start getting it inside and scoring at close range. Solid fundamentals so far in this one.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
On the court right now for the Celtics. Derek White out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Xavier Tillman. Then it's Sam Hauser. And it's Boucher in at the center position. And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has meant everything, Grant.
Oh, my. His growth, both with his play, but also with his leadership, has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
4 on the clock. And here's Simons outside.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
to Maxey. Shoots over Simons. Maxey, that's good. And now a 12-point Philadelphia lead.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
And it's Simons missing. And for Philadelphia, they're shooting a solid 53% from the floor. And he's going for the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized, defense pays. And it's Simons with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Simons. Now Boucher. Yet to see a basket. Boucher on the screen. Fires from deep. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
And as we start up the NBA Cup, let's explain to our viewers how the groups are formed.
Sure thing, B.A. First, you only play teams from your conference. The groups are drawn based off of last year's standings. So they try to keep it even in terms of quality of team.
Well, for Joel Embiid, he has one MVP, but Richard, you wonder, could he have won more?
I think he and Jokic would have gone back and forth. I still think he has some great basketball left in him, though.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Paul George, he's checked in for the Sixers. And Embiid drops them both. Well, Richard, the Sixers with a lot of money tied up in Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid.
Ooh, that's not a lot of flexibility. They need those guys to be healthy and contributing. The talent is there, but it also has to be about the availability.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, guys. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Brian?
It's all about health. All right, Allie. Thanks a lot.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Hauser outside. And here's Brown for 3. Fires in the triple. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
A consistent shot for him. Brown likes the 3.
Philadelphia moving it around. Outside Grimes. The 3. Nails it from 3.
I'll tell you what. They are on fire this quarter. Taking total command of this game.
Brown against George. Right side Brown. Just 5 on the clock. White for 3. Rebound by Philadelphia. They defeated Washington in their last game.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one, and that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And some changes here for the 76ers. Oubre, he's checked in for Watford, and it's Edgecombe in for Tyrese Maxey. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Boucher. Minot comes in for Hauser, and Simon has subbed in for Derek White. .149 left in the first half. Pass to Pritchard. And here's Simons. Here's Keita. Embiid covers. Out to Simons. 5 on the clock. Again, the miss by Boston.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Outside Oubre. Here's Edgecombe. George outside. Minot pulls it in. Celtics trail by 17. Here's Simons. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
He's just basically a body out there right now, nothing else. The team is struggling, and he hasn't been able to help them out at all.
Edgecombe, no good. And it's Simons with the ball for the Celtics. With the drive. Count it after missing his first 6 shots. Now 1 for 7.
I'll tell you, Simons can really book it. When he's at full speed, good luck catching up.
There's 31 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Oubre against Brown. Good work defensively by Oubre.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
It's George on the wing. Misses the 3. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, you got out to an early lead. A lot to like in your performance thus far. What have you liked about it?
Oh, I thought we played great. Defensively, I know that I had someone behind me if I made a mistake that was going to protect the rim. I thought we did great.
Thanks, Joel. Guys?
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Anytime they sniff the paint, it's a bucket. And they found different ways to do it.
Yeah, that game plan gets the Shaq seal of approval. Get it inside and hit them hard.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And we're ready to get this second half of our Halloween broadcast going. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Celtics trail by 15. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Joel Embiid is out there with Kelly Oubre. And it's George in at the three, the small forward. That's the group for Nick Nurse getting going here in the second half. Now here's White. He's got 6. Pritchard from outside. Pure from three-point range. Pritchard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Maxey passes to Embiid. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. And a moment to check out who the Boston Celtics have coming up. On Saturday, they'll be facing Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets. And then on Monday, they'll defend home court, the Utah Jazz.
And that game against the Wizards, that's number 9 on the season for them. They should start feeling in the full swing of things by then.
Here's Minot. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Brown. 6 to shoot. Ooh, Brown takes it to the D inside.
Wanting it more. Jaylen Brown, this man competes. And teammates, they take notice of things like that.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Philadelphia moving it around. The 3, George. Boston pulls it in. Kate has got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Brown. And the call is is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Pass to Edgecombe. Now here's George. Pulls up on the wing. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Not an ideal start to the second half for them. 0 for 3.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. RJ, it was a wild year in Philadelphia. They used 30 players last season.
Third most for a team in league history. They set a record for different starting lineups with over 50. Yes, 50 combinations. They're hoping for a little bit more consistency this year.
And he drops the first. The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
White hits them both.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Pass to Embiid. And here's George. And stolen by Brown. To the paint. Lineup. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
All the momentum seems to be running in their favor. They're close to taking the lead.
Maxey attacking. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Turning on the Jets, Maxey found a lane and made them pay.
Brown passes to Pritchard. Here's Queta. Embiid covers. Pass to Brown. Pritchard from outside. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got his 3rd assist of the night.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Here's Edgecombe. Still no points. George for 3. And Pritchard pulls it down.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Outside, Brown. From outside, off the mark.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
For 3, Maxey hits the trifecta. Maxey's got 9.
The number of threes are increasing for Maxey since he entered the league. He's getting more comfortable out there.
Brown scanning the floor. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got rebound number 8 now.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Tries to break his ice. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Maxey following the 3 by Boston. So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
And we see it so often. One little tweak to the game plan and everything falls into place for a team.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. And now let's glance at the league's most aggressive defensive teams from last year. Boston in second.
They made life hard on opponents. One of the best defenses in the NBA last year.
Boston on D. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. Philadelphia moving it around. Pass to Bona. Gordon. Lowry against Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Grimes. Here's Watford. Out to Lowry. Here's Grimes. The Sixers again can't hit. The Celtics on offense. They're on a 15-5 run. Pass to Boucher. Hauser outside. From deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Here's Gordon. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. That one no good. Oh, good D by Boucher. Pass to Tillman. Now Simons for the lead. Counted from distance. Simons got 5.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Boston out in front, up by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Boston, they've got Xavier Tillman, Derek White out there with Anthony Simons. Then it's Chris Boucher, and it's Hauser in at the small forward. Now here's Gordon. Clock at 6. Watford outside. The shot. Rebounded by the Celtics. And here's Simons. Hauser outside. Back to Simons. Tillman with a screen. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Simons missing.
I've been in this position. Your team is up. You want to drive in the dagger. He may be a little overeager.
And here's Maxey outside. Can't bury it. His 5th miss in 9 tries. The Celtics with the lead. White on the wing. Back to Hauser. Pass to Boucher. Simons outside. Good D by Watford.
Well, he better buy his teammates dinner tonight because they've covered him for what has been a terrible, absolute terrible shooting display.
Now here's Maxey. Gordon outside. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. Grimes' shot is off. The Celtics shooting just 34% so far in this one. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Pass to Hauser. The 3 is up. He drops it from range. And the Celtics lead by 4.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Embiid, he's checked in for the Sixers. Boston also changing it up. Williams is checked in for Boucher. Brown comes in for Tillman. And it's Peyton Pritchard in for Simons. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. He likes the way they're finishing inside. Coach said when we get close, we are golden. They can't stop us in there. Let's keep pounding it as long as we can.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Grimes. Outside Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Six to shoot. Back to Maxey. Puts up a three. Rebounded by the Celtics. Brown's got his fourth rebound in this one. Pritchard against Maxey. Pritchard, the pass to Williams. Here's Brown. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from Embiid. Pass to Maxey. Here's Embiid. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
And no doubt the ball is going to go to Embiid there. Needing a bucket, and he gets it.
Here's the pass to Brown. White outside. Let's loose for three. Nope.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And he powers it down. One-handed.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Some changes for Philadelphia. Oubre, he's checked in for Watford. George comes in for Gordon, and it's Edgecombe in for Grimes. Boston also changing it up. Cadis checked in for Williams, and Minot subbed in for Hauser. Now White. Fires the three. Oh, it doesn't go.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Now Embiid to take the lead. Can't get it to go. Brown against George. White outside from deep. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White.
That's good vision by JB. Draws the D, kicks it out. He's grown that part of his game.
Up top, Embiid. Oh, he can't get the layup. Celtics lead by 3. Here's the pass to Brown. Oh, look at Brown. Bang it inside.
The emergence of Brown as a #1 scoring option has been so much fun to watch. He has earned a lot of trust from his coaching staff.
George outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots it. Oh, can't hit the jumper. And so they foul intentionally. And so Brown will bring it up for Boston. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. The triple drops.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They trail by 8. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
I mean, they're still battling, but this one is just about official.
Here's George. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Maxey. The three is in.
When it comes down to crunch time, Maxey wants the ball in his hands.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Shooting 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And the second of 2 is good. And that increases the lead to 6. And Philadelphia calls time here. We've got 22 seconds left in the final quarter. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Here's Maxey. Jacks up a three, and he nails it.
Attacking in a big moment. Maxey is not holding back.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, the clock's the big factor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Gets them to fall, and those are huge free throws. It's now a 2-possession game.
Cleared away by White, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. Buries it from outside.
Man, oh man, that's just absurd range. He can pull it up and hit it from just about anywhere.
So it's a narrow victory for the Celtics, pulling it out for the W. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, Jaylen Brown.